Alright guys, so today in hand I'm pretty excited to bring you a shoe that really has flown completely under the radar. No one's even mentioned this shoe out of any popular YouTubers. The only video I saw on it was from Winona Kicks, who is an up-and-coming YouTuber as well. He actually makes really good content, so if you want more shoe content, check him out for sure. But today, these are a pretty special pair of shoes. They are a collab. You guys probably have never even heard of them. And sometimes it's really fun and super entertaining to bring you guys a shoe that you have never even heard of. I like doing that a lot. Today in hand, we have the Social Status Mac Attacks. So, we're going to get into all the details. I didn't even take them out of the box yet because I want to show you guys the unboxing experience because of how cool it is. So these retail for $160. They weren't too hard to get and they're not reselling for anything really, but that does not mean that they are not a cool shoe. Taking a look at this absolutely incredible box. On the front we got Social Status. There's a lot going on here, so I'm going to make sure I get it in frame. Serving fresh goods every day right there. And then you've got a swoosh on top of the Social Status logo. You got a Nike logo down below and it says Social Status. On the side you got the size tag. It says Nike Attack SP, which is actually a never before seen label. There's no such thing as a Nike Attack, and I'm going to go into why these are called a Nike Attack in just a second. But besides that, we have a lot of Nike and Social Status insignia all throughout the box. We got two telephones right there. I'm not exactly sure what that refers to. You got Lucky Lottery on the side. This is one of the coolest boxes I've probably ever seen on a shoe. My trainer pulled up to my crib, and as soon as I saw these in his car, I was like, holy crap, what are those? Because I also didn't know what these are. So opening the lid of the box, you got a bunch of stuff in here. We're going to go through one by one. So the first thing you are greeted with is this bag, which does say Social Status Nike on it. It looks kind of like an apron, but it is just a really, really big bag. Or not really big, but sizable bag. But by far the coolest part of this box is the wrapping paper it comes with. I had to pull it out just because of how cool it is. It's basically a whole newspaper. So I'm gonna read through some of this stuff. On top you got Social Status right there. It says available in store and online on the top, which is obviously in reference to the shoes. And then as we go down, there's just a bunch of different insignia about Social Status. I'm gonna fold it over so it's easier to see for you guys. It does say shop now. It says Social Status, as I already said, for shopping with us. Thank you. A bunch of different stuff. Here's the other side as well. I'm not going to read through every single detail, but it does say come and get it, shop now, and stuff as the such. But it doesn't really market itself as a shoe company. It kind of acts as if it's a candy store, I would say, or some sort of grocery store, because there's a lot of reference to food and drinks. Like on this side, we have some candies and stuff like that. So that, in my opinion, just makes this shoe so much cooler, and that is my favorite part by far. But we can't go through the whole video without jumping into the shoe itself. So these right here are the Social Status Mac Attacks. And you guys have probably not seen this silhouette. I do think that this is actually a silhouette that does exist, but it doesn't really make an appearance too often. So John McEnroe is actually the collaborative inspiration behind the Mac Attacks, as the name Mac Attack suggests. And he is a professional tennis player that worked with Nike many years back But in order to not need to pay him royalties or whatever it's called when you collaborate with a sports athlete, they just call these the attacks instead of the Mac Attack. That is why the label said Nike Attack SP. So from the side, the shoe looks pretty simple. Social Status has done a few other collabs, including the strawberry and chocolate milk dunks. Those were pretty cool. They've made a lot of cool shoes, but as you can tell, these are a very simple shoe. We got a gray swoosh and a gray back, and then the rest of the shoe is just all white. So very, very simple. You got these couple holes in the front or like black ink marks, which is just the design detail. And also the midsole of the shoe is dirty out of the box. That's part of the design of the shoe and just part of the character of the shoe itself. So if you guys like that, you're gonna like the shoe. Overall, if you like vintage aesthetics, you're definitely gonna like the shoe because it's literally all vintage. So that is the side profile. On the front toe, you just got a white front toe with the Mac Attack mesh there. And then on the medial side, you got the exact same deal. On the tongue, actually, you got Nike on this one. And you got the Social Status logo on this one, as you can see right there. Social Status and then Nike. So that's cool that they did multi-faceted, branding to commemorate both Social Status and Nike, who are both creators of this shoe. One of the coolest details is that this swoosh and this back heel part are actually able to turn brown. Like kind of like one of those, like the community garden dunks are the first ones that come to mind, but basically there's an under layer. Kind of like the Lance Mountain dunks and Jordans that came out many years ago. You can peel this away and get a different color. That's been a very popular feature of a lot of Nike shoes lately. And the same applies for the back heel tab. They both say Nike in a salmon pink, which is like the main accent color on the shoe. But you can also peel this away and get rid of that satin hue. So all of that slick, silvery colored material can be peeled away for a brown. I don't think that there'll be a picture online because no one's done it yet. These just came out, but that's definitely a cool detail. The outsole on the shoe is also extremely cool. It feels very grippy, and it does have like a very interesting traction pattern that I've never really seen on a Nike before. So it's not the Jordan traction pattern. It is something different. So take a look at that right there. Another very cool detail is that these come with 2 sets of extra laces, and they do look like they come in a candy bag. So these look like gobstoppers right here. It says laces, and then it says Social Status right there. Let's try and get a good angle right here. There you go, as you can see. It looks like a gobstopper package. If you guys know what gobstoppers are, very popular candy. On the back, we have the nutrition facts for the laces, which is extremely clever right there. As you can see, there is a salmon colored lace inside of that one. These things are pretty flimsy and they look pretty easy to break, so definitely be careful with them when you do get them because they look like they are prone to being damaged. So make sure not to do that. But let's see if I can't show you the other one real quickly. Yeah, these are the sail colored lace right there in the flesh. If it'll focus, there you go. So a lot of intricacies on the laces of the shoe, which is definitely a thing that people are gonna appreciate. If you are an avid sneaker collector, really anything that differentiates a shoe from those around it is going to be well received, and these are no exception. I do, however, think that this shoe was a missed opportunity just because of how good the story, the packaging, the box, and the extra laces are. The shoe itself is really not that great. It's just an all-white knockoff of an Air Force One kind of thing. And also, the insole, I'm not going to bother to take it out, but I am going to take a screenshot of someone else's video and show you guys. But basically, it does say social status, and then it has like a label for all the different store locations that social status does have throughout the US. So there's stuff like Pittsburgh, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm not going to remember all of them, but there is a lot of different locations. James Whitner definitely made a name for himself overall. And yeah, as far as quality materials go, nothing crazy, honestly, not too great. The outsole is pretty sturdy and stiff. The shoe feels well made, but there's like almost no softness to it. The suede is not too buttery either. It's a very short-haired suede. The mesh on the sides is just like your average mesh. Nothing too crazy either. This black silver part is not too insane either. But you don't really get this shoe for the materials. You get it for the box and the extra laces and all that fun stuff. So sizing wise as well, go true to size and you will be fine. I think other creators have said that. I haven't personally tried these on yet. But yeah, so as far as resale goes, I don't see this shoe going out that much. If you want it, you should be able to grab it pretty easily. And I'm probably going to end it off right about here. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. This one was a little bit hard to make just because of all the details. But I do it for you guys. Do what you gotta do. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care and I'll see you all later.